Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. We're heading straight out to some breaking news where police are investigating a shooting along busy North Capitol Street. DC News Now's Randy Bass was one of the first reporters on scene this morning. Randy, what have you learned?
Yeah, Mark, still a very active scene and investigation going on here right now. Police sharing very few details surrounding the incident. We're out here right now at North Capitol and New York Avenue right now. They are calling this, though, an officer-involved shooting right now. Not clear what that officer's role may have been. I want to show you what that scene still looks like at this hour as police are still in the very early stages of the investigation here. Our sources, though, with DC Fire and EMS are telling us the person who was shot was a patient they had picked up near 525th Place Northeast earlier this morning. That's about 2 miles from where we are now, where all of this came to an end. This all happened before 9:45. Other than that, not clear what all led up to this shooting. We are waiting on police to confirm more details about what happened here. We are expecting a press conference at some point later this afternoon. Police have not given us a specific time for when we can expect that new update to come in. Again, though, we will still be here at this scene, still very active right now, awaiting police in their new updates. We're hoping to get from them here soon. Live on North Capitol Street, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, Randy, thank you. And people in Northern Virginia may see a casino in the future. A bill from the Virginia State Assembly could make that possible. Our Lex Juarez has the details on that potential move.
Well, this is the area that Senator David Marsden thinks is the perfect location in Northern Virginia for a new casino and entertainment complex. As you see, new construction and new businesses popping up around every corner. He put the bill on the docket last week, his second attempt to bring a casino to the region. According to the Washington Post, this could generate as much as $155 million for the state each year and create over 3,000 jobs. Marsden hopes this development would host a conference center and concert venue in addition to the casino. The bill requires the complex be located outside of the Beltway and close to the Silver Line, which would also boost metro ridership. Now, if the bill passes through the General Assembly, it will be up to local voters to make the final say. Well, there is already local opposition to the idea. The Vienna Town Council voting just last month to oppose any plans for a casino now or in the future in the county. In Tyson, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, Lex, thank you. Meteorologist Damon Matson joins us now with the latest check in the forecast. And Damon, I'm waiting for the sun to come out today. I'm also waiting for that warm up.
Yeah, exactly, Mark. It's just one of those things where we're dealing with a lot of cloud cover, and at the same time, though, those temperatures are going up. So it's a little bit of that balance, if you will. We don't enjoy the gray skies, but we do enjoy the fact that overnight last night, temperatures did not fall all that much. When you stepped out the door this morning, you did not feel that brisk chill to the air any longer. It stayed well above freezing in D.C., that low at 37 early this morning. Waldorf back over toward Cumberland stayed a little bit closer to the freezing mark, but no 20s on this map. We continued to see temperatures warming up, especially during those overnight hours. And currently we have quite the spread across the region. We have a pocket of lower 40s that stretches from Culpeper and Manassas to the north and east across D.C. and the rest of the I-95 corridor. Meanwhile, Waldorf, Lexington Park, Fredericksburg, primarily south and east, you're finding low 50s already popping up on the map, and we're going to have this mixed bag of temperatures. Generally, though, these are all definitely on the more mild side of things. As we continue to funnel in more of that warm, moist air from this storm system here, we're on the eastern edge of it. Rainfall is spreading out across the Ohio River Valley into the Great Lakes, but we still have not experienced any soggy weather yet here in the DMV, and it looks like we'll go through the rest of the day without any major concern of that soggy weather. Look at the overcast skies here through the afternoon. There could be a few showers popping by 4 p.m., but it primarily looks like into the evening, the start of your Wednesday night. That's when we'll see more of those rain showers rolling into the picture and giving us a soggy setup as we head on toward your Thursday. So all in all, are we expecting a lot of rain out of this system, and are we still possibly pushing the upper 60s with our temperatures by Friday? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Developing now, Montgomery County Police are asking for your help locating a missing child. Investigators are hoping to find 11-year-old Athena Pinnock, who is from Germantown. Take a look at this recent photo of Athena. Police say that she was last seen at Rocky Hill Middle School on Big Haven Way in Clarksburg, and she was wearing blue jeans and an oversized brown hoodie with white writing on it. A former federal attorney from Arlington is pleading guilty to conspiring to sexually exploit children. 50-year-old Mark Black is also the former board president of the Arlington Aquatic Club. According to court documents, Black was a member of 2 online groups between 2018 and 2021. Investigators say these groups would find underage girls and convince them to live stream sex acts. Black is facing a possible life in prison and a minimum of 15 years. Well, D.C. police are reporting the arrest of a 12-year-old boy. They say that he's accused of attacking and robbing 2 people in Northwest. Police say the boy was part of a group that tried to steal an electric bike from a man on Irving Street in Columbia Heights. Investigators say the group attacked a second victim who tried to help and then stole his car. Police say they're still looking for the other suspects. And police say they may have caught the man responsible for a triple murder in Prince William County, Virginia. Donald Quinones was arrested in El Salvador. He's accused of shooting 4 men inside of a home in Woodbridge last year. 3 of those men died. The 4th was seriously injured. Local police are now working to get the suspect back to the U.S. A former high school basketball coach in Arlington is being charged with sex crimes involving students at the school. George Portia coached girls basketball at Washington Lee High School from 2000 to 2003. That school is now known as Washington Liberty High School. Portia was arrested earlier this month after 2 women came forward with allegations against him from their time as students. Police are asking anyone with information on possible additional victims to contact them. A CVS in Columbia Heights is closing its doors. The store on 14th Street will close by the end of the month. Back in October, customers told DC News Now that shelves were empty at that location, and security officials confirmed that the store stopped stocking shelves because of high theft.
The way I heard they got hit over here, as many times as they did, I really don't blame them.
However, CVS says many factors other than crime are contributing to the closure. The pharmacy chain says the prescriptions will be taken to the CVS on Columbia Road. CVS says that patients can also fill prescriptions at other stores. Well, now to a DC News Now exclusive story. A 74-year-old Uber driver is speaking out after he was carjacked at gunpoint. Police say the man broke 3 ribs and needed stitches. Our Leonard N. Fleming has his story.
This is a harrowing tale indeed. Alem Zawaldai tells me he feels blessed to be alive tonight, and a good Samaritan who found him wandering in this area right where I'm standing where this carjacking happened. She found him wandering the area, took him home to Virginia, and then to the hospital. The victim says 4 young men entered his new Toyota Highlander, talking loudly and reeking of marijuana. Several minutes into the drive, the person seated next to him pulled out a gun. He says he was pulled from the car and beaten, suffering broken ribs on his right side and a gash in the back of his head that needed 6 stitches. They nearly ran over him in taking the vehicle. So Zawaldai says he was groggy from the attack and wandering the area when a bystander noticed him and got him home to Virginia and then to the hospital.
Sorry, I'm sorry about them. They are young. They should be in school. They are, as I said, they are my kids. They shouldn't be in such kind of a crime. And what are they going to do? They can take the car, they can drive the car as long as they want, but doesn't do them a good, anything good.
Zawaldi says he's been an Uber driver for about 10 years, but that he's not going to stop driving just because of this. He just makes sure he doesn't drive late at night. Reporting from Southeast DC, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
All right, thanks to Leonard. Well, D.C. council members are working to tackle crime. Yesterday, the Committee of the Whole met to discuss the Secure D.C. Act, an all-encompassing crime bill. Well, that plan calls for increased penalties for things like gun crimes and carjackings. It also allows increased police enforcement powers and allows them to create drug-free zones.
We're going to declare a drug-free zone for a period of 120 hours or 5 days. We're going to put a notice up. We're going to share that with the public. If people congregate there for the purposes of engaging in illegal activity, they've now violated the law.
Well, that portion of the proposal is drawing backlash from the ACLU for being, quote, failed and ineffective. The City Council has first vote on February 6th and then a possible second vote on February 20th.